conversations with an alien god, a deceiver god. Book 2, Book 2, Chapter 1. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. You are here by appointment. True, but still, you could have failed to show up. You see how they use emotions and psychology to fool the idiots. Meanwhile, everybody goes to hell. You could have decided not to. You choose instead to be here at the appointed hour, at the appointed place, for this book to come into your hands. So thank you. Now, if you have done all this subconsciously without even knowing what you were doing or why, some of this may be a mystery to you. Oh my God, so dramatic. And a little explained may be in order. Let's start by causing you to notice that this book has arrived in your life at the right and perfect time, but won't change nothing. It only gets worse every year. You may not know that now, but when you finish with the experience that is in store for you, you will know it absolutely. Everything happens in perfecto. That's nonsense. But before you are dreaming and you are in a state of delirium on the drugs to think this way. And the arrival of this book in your life is no exception. What you have here is that for which you have been looking. No, it won't solve anybody's problem. That for which you have been yearning. That's nonsense. A fake word won't fill up stomach. That's much I can say. For a very long time, you have been yearning for a very long time. It doesn't change anything in this world. The world is still going to hell. Inflation is around the corner. Geographical disasters still lingers on in some part of the world. People are jobless. People, some is having not enough to eat. There's what changes? Nothing. Your world, since eons, since in the primordial time, since the primordial times, won't change nothing. Didn't change anything. Because nothing was done, only said. What you have here is your latest, and for some of you, perhaps your first very real contact with God. God between parentheses, but in reality, nothing is but this monster shown there on the screen. This is a contact and it's very real. God is going to have an actual conversation with you now through me. Oh my God, that's so special about you. I wouldn't have said this a few years ago. I'm saying it now because I'm already had such a dialogue, and I therefore know that such a thing is possible. Not only is it possible, it is happening all the time. Just as this is happening right here, right now. What is important for you to understand is that you and Patty have caused this to happen, just you have caused this book to be in your hands at this moment. Doesn't change anything. We are all at the cause in creating the events of our life. Bull crap. Only the bad things, the bad negative one, the good one doesn't happen. And we are all co-creators with the one great creator and produce each of the circumstances leading up to those events. My first experience here of talking to God on your behalf occurred in 1992-1993. I had written an angry letter to God, between parentheses, alien God, asking why my life had become such a monument to struggle and failure in everything from my romantic relationships to my life work to my interactions with my children to my health in everything, because you are Virgo. And I was experiencing nothing but struggle and failure. My letter to God demanded to know why and why it took to make life work. To my astonishment, that letter was answered. How it was answered and what those answers were became a book published in May 1995 under the title Conversations with God, Book 1. Perhaps you've heard of it, or maybe have even read it. If so, you do not need any further preamble to this book. If you are not familiar with the first book, I hope you soon will be, because book 1 outlines in much greater detail how all of this began and answers many questions about personal lives, questions about money, about um, love, and the rubbish called SESX. I don't want to even to say this goddamn devilish name. God, health and sickness, eating, relationships, right work, and many other aspects of our day-to-day experience, which are not addressed here. If there's one gift I would ask God to give to the world at this time, is that make more accessible for everybody, more things more accessible to everybody. Give it back our power back, damn it. Make things more compressible, more accessible, more possible to make the enough for everybody so that nobody will starve while so many more have and throw away. If there's one gift I would ask to give to the Lord, that is time to be information in book 1. True to form, even before you ask, I will have answered. God has already book crap I did. So I hope that after reading this book, or maybe even before you finish it, you'll choose to read the first. It's all a matter of each other. The first is coming. Just as pure choice brought you to this world right now. Just as pure choice had created blah 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 blah, had every experience you had. A concept that explained it in the first book. These first paragraphs of book 2 were written in March 1996 to provide a brief introduction to the information which follows. As in book 1, the process by which this information arrived was exquisitely simple. On a blank sheet of paper, I would merely write a question, any question, usually the first question that came to my head. And no sooner was the question written than the answer would form in my head, as if someone were whispered in my ear. I was taking dictation, with the exception of these few opening lines. All the material in this book was placed on paper between spring 1993 and a little over 1 year later. I'd like to present it to you now, just as it came from me, it was given to me. These people, God gave them only heartache, only problem, struggle, upheaval, and they still go around worship this kind of beings. I think that they love all this, they are masochists and they love to suffer in life. Or they are too hypocrite and they don't feel the pain of another people. To understand that if this were a real God, there would be no suffering in this world, in a way or another. It is Easter Sunday 1993, and as I started, I'm here. I'm here, pencil in hand, writing pad before me, ready to begin. I suppose I should tell you God asking me to be here. We had a date. We are to begin today, Book 2, the second in a trilogy with God and I and you are experiencing together, which God and I and you are experiencing together. I have no idea yet what this book is going to say or even the specific subjects that will touch upon. That's because there is no plan for this book in my head. There can't be. I'm not the one deciding what's going to go into. The alien is, say it clear, plain, and straight. The aliens will. On Easter Sunday 1992, 1 year ago today, God began a dialogue with me. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it was what happened not long ago that dialogue ended. I was given instruction to take a rest, but told also that I had a date to return to this conversation this day. You have a date too. You are keeping it right now. I'm clear that this book is being written not only to me. Of course not. Not only for you, it's once for humankind. But to you through me. Apparently you have been looking for God and for word from God for a very long time. So have I today we shall find God together. That's always the best way to find God. Together. Find the aliens together. We shall never find aliens apart. I mean that two ways. I mean we shall never find the aliens so long as we are apart. But the first step in find that we are not apart from aliens is find that we are not apart from each other. And until we know and realize that all of us are one, we cannot know and realize that we and the aliens are one. Aliens not apart from us ever, and we only think we are apart from aliens. It's a common error. We all think we are apart from each other, and so the fastest way to find the aliens I've discovered is to go around with a camera, like I do at night, and bingo, they are there. I've discovered to find each other, to stop hiding out from each other, and of course to stop hiding out from ourselves. The fastest way to stop hiding out is to tell the truth to everyone. Yeah, that's your truth, what you imagine to be truth. But it's not the truth of another. It is not even your truth permanently forever, because one day you will change mind, and you have already changed mind. To everyone all the time. Start telling the truth now. The truth of now. The present truth, not the truth of tomorrow, because nothing is permanent. So until you make everything permanent, you cannot tell the truth, which is absolute. Start telling the truth now and never stop. Begin by telling the truth to yourself about yourself. Then tell the truth to another about yourself about another, or tell your lifestyle, your life to another. Then tell the truth about yourself to another. Then tell the truth about another to the other, to that other. Then this is already what goes zip. Finally, tell the truth to everyone about everything. These are the 5 levels of truth telling. This is the way to affect, because this is a very old book and kind of you have erased it. This is the most to the path to freedom. The truth shall set you free. It begs about truth. This book is about truth, not my truth. It's the present truth to be real and to be clear. God's truth. Your initial dialogue, God's mind, was concluded just a month ago. I assume this one will go just like the first. That is a question God answers. I guess I will stop and ask God now. God, it is going to go? Yes, I thought so. Except that in this book I'll bring some subjects up myself without you asking. I didn't do much of that in the first book, as you know. Yes, why you are adding that twist here? Because this book is being written at my request. I asked you here, as you pointed out. The first book was a project you started by yourself. With the first book you had an agenda. With this book you have no agenda except to do my will. Yes, that's correct. That, Neil, is a very good place to be. I hope you and others will go to that place often. But I thought your will was my will. How can I not do your will if it's the same as mine? But I thought your will was my will. How can I not do your will if it is the same as mine? That is an intricate question, and not a bad place to start. Not a bad place at all. for us to begin this dialogue. Let's go back a few places. I have never said that my will wants your will. Yes, you have. In the last book, you say to me very clearly, your will is my will. Well, you are dealing with a schizophrenic being, Anunnakis. Indeed, but that's not the same thing. It's not? You could have fooled me. When I say your will is my will, that's not the same thing as you say my will is your will. If you did my will all the time, there would be nothing more for you to do to achieve enlightenment. The process would be over. You would be already there. One day of doing nothing but my will would bring you enlightenment. If you had been doing my will all the years you have been alive, you would hardly need to be involved in this book right now. So it's clear you have not been doing my will. In fact, most of the time you don't even know my will. I don't? No, you don't. Then why don't you tell me what it is? I do. You just don't listen. And when you do listen, you don't really hear. And when you do hear, you don't believe what you are hearing. And when you do believe what you are hearing, you don't follow instruction anyway. So to say that my will is your will is demonstrably inaccurate. Well, listen to what? I do, you just don't listen. And when you do listen, you don't really hear. But going to depend what you have to say. Because certain thing doesn't make any sense. Given the kind of project we're given to most of us here to go through. And when you do hear, you don't believe what you are hearing. Why should they believe in a being that you have screwed time and time again? And when you do believe what you are hearing, you don't follow instruction. Why should we? By follow instruction, will be what? Be like the fanatics people. The dogmatic is one. The religion is the throw religion at our faces. And never do the right thing anyway. Their motto is just one: do as I say, don't do what I do. That's the pretty mark of the hypocrites here on earth. Especially those who claim to be spiritualist, God-fearing man and a human. Those are the worst, and they are there prowling the road trying to convert people for what? Mr. Bill, money. Not because they care for you, they use a God to earn money. And the fool, even the poor will follow. They deceive the elderly, the poor, etc. because they are ignorant. They wouldn't know better to discern what's right or what doesn't make any sense at all. So to say that my will is your will is demonstrably inaccurate. On the other hand, your will is my will first because I know it. Second, because I accept it. Third, because I praise it. Fourth, because I love it. Fifth, because I own it and call it my own. Yeah, because you want eyes screwed, isn't it, Lucifer, Enki, whatever, Enli, whatever. You want eyes screwed. That's why you say that. On the other hand, you use my will, which is all those stupid stuff that people do here. First, because I know it. You know, because you already have written the program, the configuration down through astros and astrophysics and all this nonsense of planetary nonsense astrology. Second, because I accept it. Third, because I praise it. Fourth, because I love it. Yeah, you love the nonsense here. You love. Because I accept it. Yeah, you accept because it's filth. Third, because I praise. Fourth, because I love it. Fifth, because I own it. Yeah, of course, it's your idea, what? And call it my own. Yeah, of course. What's so surprised about all this described in here? This means you have free will to do as you wish. Yeah, but there's a catch. There's a catch. It's like credit. Just spend first, alright? Yeah, spend first, pay later with usury. Yeah, interest, huh? Be careful. You're gonna become indebted, forever indebted. This means you have free will to do as you wish, and that I make your will mine through unconditional love. Oh my God, unconditional love. Yeah. Oh, if this kind of unconditional love, who needs condition? They say I give you an apple and then you give me back, I want back one big watermelon. You pay an interest. There's nothing free. Now, for my will to be yours, you would have to do the same. First, you would have to know it. Second, you would have to accept it. Third, you would have to praise it. Fourth, you would have to love it. Finally, you would have to call it your own. Well, your children is doing all this for money. You know, they are doing it your will, but they are doing for money. In the whole history of your race, only a few of you have ever done this consistently. That was the Sikh fanatics. A handful of fathers have done it nearly always. Many have done it a great deal. A whole slew of people have done it from time to time, and virtually everyone has done it on a rare occasion, although some have never done it at all. Oh, praise be the Swan. The Swan is the rare, dazzling pearl. This is the rarest pearl. They are not black or white pearls. This is the very rare pearls ones. Which category am I in? Does it matter? Which category do you want to be in from now on? Isn't that the pertinent question? Yes. And your answer? I'd like to be on the first category. I like to know and do your will all the time. Oh my gosh. For doing this alien's will that you are in this predicament right now, you heard. That's laudable, commendable, and probably impossible. Good for your face. Carry favor to maths. Why? Because you have far too much growing to do before you can claim that. Arrogant alien gods they have. Yes, I tell you this. You could claim that. You could move to godhood this instant if you choose to. Your growth need not take so much time. Then why has it taken so much time? Because of the lack of your remembrance about who you are. Simple as that. And simple because we are being that what we need to be here, given the model of the world. Nevertheless, isn't it? So who's to blame us? I mean, people like me, at least. I'm not speaking for the other sicko herds out there, religion freaks. Indeed, why has it? What are you waiting for? Surely you don't believe it is holding you back. No, I'm clear that I'm holding myself back. Good, clarity is the first step to mastery. Mastery. I would like to get to mastery. How can I do that? Keep reading this book. That's exactly where I'm taking you. What's mastery, dude? Mastery for what? Mastery doesn't fill up stomach. And save the world. Chapter 2. I'm not sure I know where this book is going. I'm not sure where to begin. Let's take time. How much time do we need to take? It's already taken me 5 months to get from the first chapter to this. I know that people read this and think it's all put it down in one even uninterrupted flow. They don't realize that 20 weeks separated the 32 and 33 paragraph of this book. They don't understand that sometimes the moments of inspiration are half a year apart. How much time do you have to take? That's not what I meant. I mean, let's take time as our first subject as a place to begin. Ah, okay. But while we are on the subject, why does it take months sometimes to complete a simple paragraph? Why are you so long between visits? My dear and wonderful son, I'm not long between visits. I'm never not with you. You are simply not always aware. Why? Why I'm not aware of you if you are always here? Because your life gets caught up in other things. And who caused this? Let's face it. You've had a pretty busy 5 months. I have, yes, I have a lot been going on. Yeah, we get caught up in our struggle to survive, that you have no time for this stuff there when you got bill to pay and other things to care about, unless we are there on the countryside, relaxed, retired, etc. Then we are able to focus more on this kind of stuff like spirituality, the other side, or um, spiritual stuff, invisible, paranormal stuff. Otherwise, we really have no time. And if you made these things more important than me, that doesn't feel like my truth. I invite you to look at your actions. You've been deeply involved in your physical life. You've paid very little attention to your soul. Soul going to fill up the body? Huh? Soul fill up the body? I mean, yeah, partly, yeah, but partially, can we feed ourselves just if we soul? The soul will feed the body forever, or we need the earthy food and the water? Huh? Tell the truth. Let's be rational here, and not fictional, but rational. And more down to earth, and not have the mind there in the sky like Aquarian or Gemini or whatever, Libra. It's been a challenging period. Yes, all the more reason to have included your soul in the process. These past months would have all gone much more smoothly with my help. Oh my God, you are so good. You sound so good on that you want. So may I suggest that you don't lose contact? I try to stay close, but I seem to get lost, caught up, as you put it, in my own drama. And then somehow I don't find time for you. I don't meditate. I don't pray. And I should why should you? You waste your time, dude. And I certainly don't write. You waste your time. Never mind go read book, but don't need write, read the book, but don't meditate, don't pray, don't follow all this nonsense. This don't feed your body unless you are a pastor, a minister, whatever, guru, spiritual guru, fake spiritual guru out there, pastor, whatever, priest. Then yeah, it feeds because you live off public money. I know it's an irony of life that when you need a connection the most, you step away from it. How can I stop doing that? Stop doing that. That's what I just said, but how? You stop doing that by stopping doing that. It's not that simple. It is that simple because not your bad. What you not you have to strive to eat. You're gonna give us food. You sit down only go meditate. Oh mom, God, blah, 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 blah. And then you bring the food in our hands, in our mouth. Nonsense, man. You have to go and buy your food. You have to cook. You have to work for the money, Let's be rational here. That's what I said, but how? You stop doing that by stopping doing that. It's not as simple. That's simple. I wish it were. Yeah, really, I wish it were, alien gods. I wish it were simple. But it isn't. And you know that. But you are playing with our faith. You are mocking us. I wish it. Then it really will be, because what you wish is my command. I don't believe so. I want to win the lottery tomorrow. Where's your command? Where? Bloody liar. Remember, my cherished one, your desires are my desire. Your will is my will. I want to get that job tomorrow. Where's your command? Oh, crap lah. Then it really will be, because what you wish is my command. Remember, my cherished one, your desires are my desire. Your will, alien God. Sneaky shit. Alright, okay, then I wish for this book to be finished by March. It's October now. I wish for no more 5-month gaps in the material coming. So will it be good, unless it's not. See, he mock for a face. They mock. Oh man, do you have to play these games? No, but so far that's how you have decided to live your life. You keep changing your mind. Remember, how not to change mind, man? Not of meditation, I pray, live a man. Remember, life is an ongoing process of creation. You are creating your reality every minute. Laugh, bluffer, lies. The decision you make today is often not the choice you make tomorrow. That's correct. But why? Because either we try one thing, one game, okay, we try one, let's say, we try do something, but it doesn't work out. Then we have to try others alternatives. We cannot always try for years doing the same thing. It's just like press the same key, K, and then expect to give another connotation, another kind of song. When you press the same key, the same letter, we cannot produce different tone with the same letter, isn't it? Makes sense. So no, but so far that you have decided to live your life, you keep changing your mind. Remember, life is an ongoing process of creation. You are creating your reality every minute. That's bluff. The decision you make today is often not the choice you make tomorrow. Yet here is a secret of all masters. Keep choosing the same thing. That's boring, now you become boring over and over again. Once is not enough. Over and over until your will is made manifest in reality. Oh no. Have people play this stupid game for you, let's say 40 years. Maybe you say, 40 years for us is maybe just 40 minutes. So what? That's for you, not for us here. I'm talking about earthly time, linear time. I'm not talking about your bloody time. Doesn't interest me. Okay? And the people have been doing the same stupid thing for 30 years, 20 years, and no result. Then you come in and say that why? Because you haven't tried? It's nonsense. Excuses. Over and over until you will be made manifest in your reality. For some that could take years, for some months, for others weeks, and others never. Tell the truth. For this approach in mastery, days, hours, or even minutes. For masters, creation is instantaneous. You can tell you are on your way to mastery when you see the gap closing between willing and experiencing. Yeah, but what people do to reach this stage? What they do, all the rituals, all the bad stuff to others, sentient being, in order for you as a jinn to grant them what they want. Isn't it? Is it this way your game? Is it not the way how you play your game? You can tell. You say the decision you make today is often not the choice you make tomorrow. Yeah, that's true, because I always change our mind depending on the results of our experiences. We cannot play the same stupid game without no result. That will make you an idiot or retarded. Is it? So we need to change game. When one is not working for us, we must Go for another alternatives. If you can, if you have the chance, do it. Don't think twice. Go for another kind of game. Don't stay stuck up in the same wheel over and over and over like a stupid drunk weasel. You can tell your own way. So you say the decision you make today is often not the choice you make tomorrow. So what? Are you saying we should never indulge in a change of mind? Change your mind all you want for what you damn can way. Yet remember that with each change of mind comes a change in the direction of the whole universe. Like what he tried to say is the following: if you are uh, if you are suffering, stay in this game. Don't change. Keep on allow others to abuse you as much as you can tolerate. Because if you change, you alter this experience. This, even if it's bad, then you alter. You're gonna alter the process of your evolution because they think that the way the path to evolution is through suffering, and nothing is far from the truth. You don't have to suffer to evolve. In fact, many of us here are already evolved without the crap sufferings. Okay, minus the sufferings. We don't need to go through this penance and to reach the delivering sea. That's nonsense. The way to mastery is not the way of sufferings. It's not through sufferings at all. Sufferings, think of the devil. Devil, you. When you make up your mind about something, you set the universe into motion. Forces beyond your ability to comprehend, far more subtle and complex than you could imagine, are engaged in a process, the intricate dynamics of which you are only just now beginning to understand. These forces and this process are all part of the extraordinary web of interactive energies which comprise the entirety of existence, which you call life itself. They are in essence me. I don't believe they are you. Because everything is cosmos. Cosmos. Atoms. And neutrons and protons. You are in the more on the neutron side. Alright? Think I don't know. So when I change my mind, I mean make it difficult for you. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, make it difficult for their game unless although they try to evade it, they won't admit it. They will lie that it is not the thing, is not the case, but it is. When you alter, let's say, okay, they give you a fate to suffer in the hand of a violin. Okay, if you change, you do something, you run away from that suffering, you disturb their plans and game, and they don't like it because devils love suffering. They feed on it. Is their food source is suffering. So they don't like it, even though they will negate, they will say no, that is not the truth. They will deny it time and time again. Nothing is difficult for me, but you might be making things very difficult for yourself. Why? Because say, hey, if you are on the rain, you have to get wet. If you don't want the rain, I'm gonna give you snow to bury you. That's the truth. That's the truth, duty. If we're gonna give you a storm or a flash flood, you don't like it, you try to stop it, okay, I'm gonna give you snow this time, or solar storm, or a hurricane, or a earthquake. It's not true? Nothing is difficult for me, but you might be making things very difficult for yourself. Therefore, be one of mind and of a single purpose about a thing. And don't take your mind off of it until you have produced it in reality. Keep focused, stay centered. That's true, that's very true, I agree, but that's not the case for many people. Many people have tried and tried for many years and they don't succeed to have just the basic in life. You understand? So it doesn't apply for everybody because there's some kind. What I see is that there's some kind of forces in the work which doesn't belong to the scope or to the department of these beings. They say they push the responsibility to yet another group. They say this is not my responsibility. There's nothing I can do for you. You go to another department, and then this department send you to yet another department, and it becomes this kind of bureaucracy. Even if it's an invisible, say not paranormal, but it's a kind of ethereal bureaucracy. This is what is meant by being single-minded. If you choose something, choose it with all your might, with all your heart. Don't be faint-hearted. Keep it going. Keep it moving toward it. Be determined. Don't take no for an answer. Exactly. But what if no is the right answer? Then accept it. If you think that the no is the right, then don't go for it. Give up. But don't moan about it either. Don't go around crying over spilled milk. Just accept as it is. What if what we want is not for us? Not for our own good? Not in our best interests? Then you won't give it to us, right? The more they will give, the more they will give. Trust me. Wrong. I'll give. I'll give you whatever you call forth. Whether it's good for you or bad for you. Have you looked at your life lately? Exactly. I knew that you don't care, damn it. What you care is the experiences. You don't care for results. Isn't it, Papud? But I have been taught that we can't always have what we desire. That God, alien God that is, won't give it to us if it's not for our highest good. You have been dreaming, delirating, and you have been in a stage of illusions. You understand? You have been deluding yourself all this while if you think this way. Because this being doesn't care a damn, man. You think this God will give you the highest thing, what is good for you? No. They don't care either way. And the more evil for you, the best. The more they will satiate and they have orgasm, a cosmic orgasm with the suffering of others. And their minions here, the herds, oh, they love it. They too are masochists. Their masters are the sadistic ones, and they are the masochists. And worse yet, they don't want to go to hell alone. They bring others down with them. Yes, they do that. And when we argument against it, we make a point, they get so angry when you stop. Hey, don't throw your religion to us, okay? I don't want to follow it. Go and proletize in hell. They will get so angry and they will become very defensive and kind of cry wolf and say, yeah, this person is bullying us because this one is the children of Satan, this is the children of the devil, the Nephilims, and blah blah blah. You need to accept this man, this being, to have your salvation. Without this man, you don't have salvation. Well, this person, this being cannot even save himself, could not even save himself. How will he save you? Even from yourself. Don't be fooled, humans. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled and don't be a fool. That's something people tell you when they want you not to be disappointed with a particular outcome. First of all, let's move back to clarity about our relationship. I. Are you ready for this answer now? Take a breath and take it. First of all, let's move back to clarity about our relationship. I don't give you anything. I already knew it all long time ago. Me knew it because me already experienced it long time, many times. You call it fort. Book 1 explains exactly how you do this in considerable detail. Secondly, I don't make a judgment about what you call fault. I don't call a thing good or bad. You you too would do well to not do so. Hello. You think that people buried in the snow, buried in a flood, this is okay? Hmm? It's good. I don't feel it good. I mean, maybe yeah, humankind have screwed a good time. Yeah, they have also, even if unconditionally, oh, I mean, unconsciously brought it upon themselves. However, many or some shouldn't be blamed for few. The minority should not be blamed for the majority, or vice versa. The majority cannot be blamed for the minority who screw up. You understand? It's not correct what you all do. Send the snow, send the uh, flashy floods, hurricanes, earthquakes, etc. Solar storm, drought. And I don't see it as good to kill an animal. See the animal suffering there in the snow is okay. Being frozen alive. No, it's not nice. It's not cool at all. Seeing the poor, the homeless being frozen to death, or die of hunger in Africa. Children die of hunger in the streets while their own leaders in Belize take all the money. I don't see it cool. I don't see it as good. No, I don't, because I'm not a devil. I'm not a devil. I don't have this devilish kind of mind. So I know what's good and bad, and many people who feels and think like me, is like-minded, feel the same, isn't it? You are creative beings, made in the image and likeness of God, which is not you. You may have whatever issues. I don't think so. That's not true, sir. Stop lying, sir, to yourself, sir. To thyself be true, sir. But you may not have anything you want. Yeah, I vouch for it. I'm already a role model about, yeah, you may not have anything you want. In fact, you'll never get anything you want it if you want it badly enough. Yeah, yeah. The word, the proof is there for everybody to see. That's why you have the word the way it is. Isn't it? Because they don't get what they want, because something behind that is playing the chords, the string, pulling string and manipulating everything behind it. Tell the truth. Yes. So, you are a creative being, made in the image and likeness of God. You may have whatever you choose. But you may, what for? What for? You choose something if you don't get it. Think, man, you are schizophrenic or what? Think. For what you gonna choose something if the outcome is not to realize it? Hmm? Why? Why would you be an idiot to even choose something when you don't get it? If you choose something because you blood you want to get it in the first place, isn't it? Imagine the image likeness of God. For what? You may have whatever you choose, but you may not have anything you want. In fact, you'll never get anything you want if you want it badly enough. Hello? We used to have just the basic in life. It's not one badly enough. This is the right, the cosmos given right of every sentient beings that came to play here in this project called Earth. All right, this not asking for too much. That's just the basic, that people have enough to eat, just a little bit, not much, enough to dress, one roof, no diseases around thrown on the air, huh? Just have enough. It's not asking for limousine, for Ferraris, for Jaguar, for many sporty cars. It's not for us for mansions and travel even to hell and back, and travel to Neptune and Saturn and Uranus and the supernovas. No, people are not asking this. All they are asking is the minimum to survive in this earth with dignity, or even to die with dignity. Okay, sir? Are you here? Yeah, I know you're here, but you don't care. You don't care, then your face says zero. So, I know you explained that in book 1 as well. You say that the act of wanting a thing pushes it away from us. That's bull crap. If you don't care, or even more when you don't care, they say, well, you don't care, so you don't push it for yourself because you are not wish it enough, well enough. And then people stay there mantrifying or meditating. I want to pass that examination. I want to pass my examination. I want to buy my house. I want to buy my house. I want that job badly. I want that job badly. I need that job. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. In the end, tipota, zero. And then the people get so have to try again. Some of them, some will win, yeah, because there's already on the card. There was already their names on the card because they are playing this game behind the scene. And I say, who's gonna get it? Hey, somebody there on S1 to get this wish. Want this wish to be granted for them. Let's see if it's there on the card. Let's see their name. Who is their father? Let's see the father, the soul family. Okay, let me see. Will they get or not? Should they get? Must they get? And then they will see whether you're gonna really deserve it or not. Whether it's okay or not. Just like a club. Some get in, some not. If they like you, okay, you cool, come in. You cool, come in. You are not so cool. Your dressing code not good. Your hairstyle not good. Or even your race not good. So no, yeah, you're not good. Come in. Sorry. It's like that. How this word functions. I know you explain. So yes, and do remember why? Because thoughts are creative, and the thought of wanting a thing is a statement to the universe, a declaration of a truth, which the universe then produces in my reality. If that's not the case, many people even try and try and try and try and try until they die and nothing. That's not the that's not the answer for this puzzle. No, 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 no. That's not true. Precisely, exactly. You have learned. You do understand. That's great. Yes, that's how it works. The moment you say, I want something, the universe says, indeed you do. And it gives you that precise experience. The experience of you wanting it. Whatever you put after the word I becomes your creative command. The journey and the battle, which I am, exists but to obey. I produce what you call forth. You call forth precisely what you think, feel, and say. It's simple as that. That's not correct. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Not always, not always. Some people die in the wait queue, in the line. They go for a job interview. They put hundreds of curriculum for job interview in a day. They try to get retirement, okay, and to get benefits money or whatever. They reach 70, 65, 70s and nothing. They die in wait. They try. It's not because they don't try, they try. They simply don't get it. There's a case of a woman who was in this, she was already invalid. She had a lot of problems. She had cancer. You see, she had lupus, she got cancer. And her husband had passed away. Her children grown up already, married, left the house. She was left alone. Okay, so what happened is that she how to say, she went to fill up a form to get her retirement money. Okay, because she had worked she had toiled many years. She went for retirement and get her retirement money. She went on the queue for so long, years. They say wait. She put on lawyer to get into to get her retirement money. It's a meager sum anyways. And then she wait, and then her health started deteriorate, and I wait. And that waiting was too much for her. One day she had a heart attack. She was rushed to hospital, and then there she died. When she died, the miserable beings sent her a letter to come to apply for the damned, accursed, filthy money that belonged to her. How to explain this? Huh? Didn't this lady tried and tried and tried and tried? You are lying, man. Stop lying. I don't like liar, you know. I don't like people lie. I the males, they lie a lot. So I produce what you call false. You call false precisely what you think, feel, and say. Simple as that. So tell me again, what does it take so much time for me to create the reality I should? Because you are a Virgo, man. You are a Virgo. And they make it difficult for us because we come here to kind of unravel many things, and they don't like you. You see that many Virgo people goes through a lot of heavy stuff in life that means would not be able to go through. You understand? And that's the reason why they make it hard for you. You can try until you die. Look at who that guy who died recently, Richard Gere, that actor. He was a nice, okay, maybe he was okay. She was a nice person. He had like, I think he died almost like penniless already. He went from marriage to marriage. He was a Virgo guy. And many others also who become like, like the next beggar, like that guy from Police Academy, that Afro guy, also is a Virgo guy. He's an actor, was an actor also. He had to support his children because the wife had died. I don't know how she died. And he had to support his children. And he was begging to get some kind of acting job because he was getting old already. And he ended up saving nothing in life. You see, so it's not about whether you're trying or not. This being are lying. I tell you, this is aliens. They lie. They lie a lot. They lie when they promise. They lie unless they really see that you are really deserving of doing their bid. What's doing their bid? Do everything that they want you to do for them, at least, and be evil like them. Be evil and do evil stuff. When you are good and want the good of the mass, they don't like you. They give you hardship for a number of reasons, because you do not believe you can have what you choose, because you do not know what to choose. Lie. Because you keep trying to figure out what's best for you. Lie. Because you want guarantees ahead of time that all your choices will be good, and because you keep changing your mind. Lie. Lie, 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 lies. Let me see if I understand. I shouldn't try to figure out what's best for me. Best is a relative term, depending on 100 variables, that makes choices very difficult. There should be only one consideration when making any decision. Is this a statement of who I am, and what I am I? What are you? You even cannot define it, sir. Nobody can. We are indefinable. Everything there is indefinable, sir. My goodness. If I ask a child, he'll be able to answer that to me. So, there should be only one consideration. When is this a statement of who I am? Is this an announcement of who I choose to be? Choose to be is not enough. Sometimes you cannot even get what you choose to be, to become. All of life should be such an announcement. In fact, all of life is. You can allow that announcement to be made by chance or by choice. A life lived by choice is a life of conscious action. A life lived by chance is a life of a conscious reaction. Don't be arrogant. You don't speak for the teenagers. The teenagers, if they don't have a good upbringing or direction, the guidance, they are prone to go astray. For that matter, you shall not and will not blame them. Okay? Because they don't know what they are doing. And so is other children. So you cannot say a life lived by choice, a life of conscious action. A life lived by chance is a life of unconscious reaction. Nobody lives by chance, man. I think only dead fish live by chance, because they go with the flow, sir. Reaction is just that an action you have taken before. When you react, what you do is assess the incoming data. Search your memory bank for the same or nearly the same experience and act the way you did before. This is all the work of the mind, not of your soul. Your soul would have you search its memory to see how you might create a truly genuine experience of you in the now moment. This is the experience of soul searching, of which you have so often heard, but you have to be literally out of your mind to do it. Yeah, or too stupid or too fanatic, sick fanatic. When you spend your time trying to figure out what is best for you are doing just that, spending your time. Better to save your time than to spend it wastefully. It's great time saver to be out of your mind. Decisions are reached quickly, choices are activated rapidly, because your soul creates out of present experience only, without review, analysis, and criticism of past encounters. Well, this is go contrary. I'm going to repeat what it says here. It's a great time saver to be out of your mind. Decisions are reached quickly, choices are activated rapidly, because your soul creates out of present experience only, without review, analysis, and criticism of past encounters. Yet, here above it states, all of life should be such an announcement. In fact, a life lived by choice is a life of conscious action. A life lived by chance is a life of unconscious reaction. But when I take a plunge, let's say in a marriage, or take a course, a job, I buy that house, which end up is not good, but direction not good, the feng shui or the vastu is not good for me, then I'm doing what? I'm acting in a way that I'm being unconscious. I didn't make a good choice. Okay, so I'm reacting to the moment because I'm in a speed. I'm nothing foresee what could come about later by having that job or have that course or make that travel to that country or take that take a plunge and go and get marry that man, that woman who I barely know. These are all unconscious choice. All this is done in a moment of stupidity. You are not think. Do first, think later, which will be late already, isn't it? So he is all over here. He's all over. He's just not being consistent. This being has not been consistent enough. Remember this: the soul creates, the mind reacts. The soul knows and it is wisdom that the experience you are having this moment is an experience sent to you by God before you had any conscious awareness of it. This is what's meant by a present experience. Is already on the way to you even as you are seeking it. For even before you ask, I shall have answered you. Every now moment is a glorious gift from that's why it's called the present. Even if you send rubbish to people, you give a crab sandwich, you give a rice, a plate of food with crab inside. Is it okay, yes? You call it a present? You could shove it. The soul intuitively seeks the perfect circumstance and situation now needed to heal wrong thought and bring you the rightful experience of who you really are. It's the soul's desire to bring you back to God, to bring you home to me. Nonsense. There's no place but now, man. There's no such thing as there. Everything is now here. It's the soul intention to know itself experientially and just to know me. For the soul understands that you and I are one. Even as the mind denies this truth and the body acts out this denial. Therefore, in moments of great decision, be out of your mind and do some soul searching instead. The soul understands what the mind cannot conceive. If you spend your time trying to figure out what is best for you, your choices will be cautions, your decisions will take forever, and your journey will be launched on a sea of expectations. If you are not careful, you will drown in your expectations. That's not the case for many people. Maybe for this dude, but not for many peoples. Many peoples here. No way. No, no, no way. Wow, that's quite an answer, but how do I listen to my soul? How do I know what I'm hearing? The soul speaks to you in feelings. Listen to your feelings. Follow your feelings. Honor your feelings. I don't know about it. Sometimes the feelings deceive. Feeling traps you most of the time and allows others to take advantage of it. Why does it seem to me that honoring my feelings is precisely what has caused me to get into trouble in the first place? Exactly, better follow your mind, more rational than follow your feelings. Be like an android, rational. Because you have labeled growth trouble and standing still safe. I tell you this, your feelings will never get you into trouble because your feelings are your truth. If you want to live a life where you never follow your feelings but where every feeling is filtered through the machinery of your mind, go right ahead. Make your decisions based on your mind's analysis of the situation. But don't look for joy in such machination, nor for celebration of who you truly are. Remember this, true celebration is mindless. If you listen to your soul, you will know what is best for you, because what is best for you is what is true for you. When you act on out of what is true for you, you spend your way down the path. When you create an experience based on your now truth, rather than you react to experience based on a past truth, you produce a new you. What does it take so much time to create the reality you choose? This is why, because you have not been living your truth. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yet, once you come to know your truth, don't keep changing your mind about it. This is your mind try to figure out what is best. Stop it. Get out of your mind. Get back to your senses. That is what is meant by getting back to your senses. It is returning to how you feel, not how you think. Your thoughts are just that, thoughts, mental construction, made up creations of your mind. But your feelings, now, they are real. Feelings are, the language of the soul, and your soul is your truth. There, now does that tie it all together for you? Yeah, if you are a kind of Muppet in a um, kind of a sick fanatic, then you're gonna buy all this. Does it mean we are to express any feelings, no matter how negative or destructive? Why not, moron? Feelings are neither negative nor destructive. They are simply truths. How you express your truth is what matters. When you express your truth with love, negative and damaging results rarely occur. And when they do, it's usually because someone else has chosen to experience your truth in a negative or damaging way. Yeah, that's their perspective. In such a case, there's probably nothing you can do to avoid the outcome. Certainly, failing to express your truth would hardly be appropriate. Yet, people do this all the time. So afraid are they to cause or to face possible unpleasantness that they hide their truth altogether and their true self. Those are the hypocrite, the cowards and hypocrite. Those are the people who want to be politically correct. These are the people, the fake, modest people. And behind closed doors, if they think they are less than they will show their true color. Yes, understand? But in front of public, oh my God, they're so docile, they're so nice, they're so um, beyond the mistake. and they always proper. I think that people should always remove their mask. Remember this, it's not nearly so important how well a message is received as how well it is sent. You cannot take responsibility for how well another accepts your truth. You can only ensure how well it is communicated. And by how well, I don't mean merely how clearly, I mean how lovely, how compassionately, how sensitively, how courageously, and how completely. This leaves no room for half truths, the brutal truth, or even the plain truth. It does mean the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. That's true. It's the so help you God part that brings in the godly qualities of love and compassion. For I will help you communicate in this way always, if you will ask me. So yes, express what you call your most negative feelings, but not destructively. Failure to express, example, push out negative feelings, does not make them go away. It keeps them in. Negativity kept in harms the body and burdens the soul. That's so true. That's why I don't allow this to happen to me. But if another person hears every negative thought you have about that person, it would have to affect the relationship. So up to you, man. No matter how lovely those thoughts were delivered, you don't have to tell the people, hey, I feel this and that way for you, you stink. You don't have to, but if possible, if they push you, then if they attack you first, then you say, give them back. Otherwise, don't tell. You don't have to tell this to people that you don't like them or that they stink. You don't have to. But if you are pushed, if they annoy you, antagonize you, irritates you, then blurt it out. Tell them what you feel. Give it to them. I say to express, push out, get rid of your negative feelings. I did not say how or to whom. Exactly. All negativity needs not to be shared with the person about whom it is felt. Like, okay, you live with somebody, don't need to go there every time. Hey, unless you really feel compelled to do this, no matter what may comes after that. But you don't have to go around tell people that you don't like them, you dislike them, be it at the home, be on the workplace, or just anywhere else. Just keep to yourself and keep peace to your soul. Unless when they push you to the brinks of patience and limit. It's unnecessary to communicate these feelings to the other when failure to do so would compromise your integrity or cause another to believe in untruth. Negativity is never a sign of ultimate truth. Even if it seems like your truth at the moment, it may arise out of an unhealed part of you. In fact, always it does. That's true. You know why people have an unhealed part of themselves? Because there's no smoke, no fire without the smoke, sir. Isn't it? There's no fires without the smoke. That's why it's so important to get these negativities out, to release them only by letting go of them. Put them out there, place them in front of you. Can you see them clearly enough to know whether you really believe them? You have all said things, ugly things, only to discover that once having been said, they no longer feel true. Yeah, but what important was the time of the fire, the feeling of taking it out of the chest that matters, and it felt good. It feels good. So Why should we regret? I mean, what is done is done. Why should I cry over spilled milk for? I don't, I don't regret anything I have done. I only regret one thing: get married in my life. The rest I have done, I don't regret anything, anything in my life. Only getting married. That's the only thing, because I was not cut out to get married. So you have all expressed the feelings from fear to anger to rage, only to discover that once they have been expressed, they no longer reveal how you really feel. Oh, but it does. As long as the game doesn't change, the roulette keeps on rolling, the wheel keeps on rolling, rolling, and always stop there, and the same kind of um, synchronicity or same kind of frequency, and well, it gives us that kind of feelings, and that's why we express ourselves the way we best are able to or equipped to, given the model of our personal life. In this way, feelings can be tricky. Feelings are the language of the soul, but you must make sure you are listening to your true feelings and not some counterfeit model constructed in your mind. Oh man, so now I can't even trust my feelings. Great, I thought that was the way to truth. I thought that was what you were teaching me. Teaching me. It is. I am, but listen, because it's more complex than you now understand. Some feelings are true feelings, that is, feelings born in the soul, and some feelings are counterfeit feelings. These are constructed in your mind or is affluence, these affluence. These are a feel that come from the past or come from some others kind of entities or whatever. Okay, so let's talk the truth here. Oh, it has many facets, many reasons to be there in the first place, many possibilities. In other words, they are not feelings at all, they are thoughts. Thoughts masquerade as feelings. These thoughts are based on your previous experience and on the observed experience of others. You see someone grimace when having a tooth pulled. You grimace when having your tooth pulled. It may not even hurt, but you grimace anyway. Your reaction has nothing to do with reality, only how you perceive reality, based on the experience of others or on something that's happened to you in the past. Yeah, exactly like I said. The greatest challenge as beings is to be here now, to stop making things up, stop creating thoughts about a present moment, a moment you sent yourself before you had a thought about it. Be in the moment. Remember, you sent yourself this moment as a gift. The moment contained the seed of a tremendous truth. It's a truth you wished to remember. Yet, when the moment arrived, you immediately began constructing thoughts about it. Instead of being in the moment, you stood outside the moment and judged it. Then you reacted, that is, you acted as you did once before. Now look at these two words, reactive, creative. Notice they are the same word. Let's say here. reactive and creative. Reactive and creative. Notice they are the same word, only the C has been moved. It's the same word, only the C has been moved. Reactive and creative. Only the C has been moved. Notice they are the same word, only the C has been moved. When you see things correctly, you become creative rather than reactive. That's very clever. Well, God is like that. Aliens are like that. Good to talk. But you see, the point I'm trying to make is that when you come to each moment cleanly, without a previous thought about it, you can create who you are rather than reenact who you once were. That's nonsense, man. Even the moment we are still the same bloody thing from the past, it haven't changed. Nothing really is changed. Past is keeping on appear. Huh? So how not to create, to react to a thing that's not been changed? So, but you see the point I'm trying to make is that when you come to each moment cleanly, without a previous thought about it, you can create who you are, rather than reenact who you once were. Life is a process of creation, and you keep living it as if it were a process of reenactment. But how can any rational human being I know one's previous experience in the moment something occurs? Isn't it normal to call up everything you know on the subject and respond from that? It may be normal, but it's not natural. Normal means something usually done in natural is how you are when you are not trying to be normal. Natural and normal are not the same thing. In any given moment, you can do what you normally do, or you can do what comes naturally. I tell you this, nothing is more natural than love. If you act lovely, you will be acting naturally. Yeah, but in order to act lovely, you must be lovely, and then you must get love. And when I say love, doesn't mean sex or partner or this rubbish. It's much more than that. Much more than that. When you live a life, when you see that nothing cares, no, you have no body, you have nothing, so you cannot give that which you don't have. You must only give that which you have. If you don't have, you cannot give out because you lack in the first place. So what you are saying doesn't make any sense, man. You speak for yourself, you don't speak for others. You must try to put yourself in the shoes of others. Walk their path, walk in their shoes. Damn it. So natural and normal are not the same thing. Blah, 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 blah. Aliens always walk on gang, always have a friend. If you say alien, they are not alone. They are always with 5 friends, 10 around them. I tell you this, nothing is more natural than love. If you act lovely, you will be acting naturally. If you react fearfully, resentfully, angrily, you may be acting normally, but you will never be acting naturally. And so be it. Why should you deceive yourself, pretend to be what you are not, you are suppressing your feelings. You are pretending to be something you are not. Pretend to be feeling what you are not feeling. You are deceiving not others but yourself in the first place when you act this way. So it's better always to be naturally. Natural means that you don't put up a front and you don't wear a mask, because it's horrible to be multifaceted beings, fake, false, hypocrites. I hate this word. I hate. So it's better for you to be frank as you are, raw, like this raw. Be frank than be a fake. Better to be frank than be fake. Fake shall not be my word and my motto. How can I act with love when all my previous experiences scream at me that a particular moment is likely to be painful? Exactly, you blind headed that needs so many eyes to see. I know your previous experience and going to the moment. Why should we? Why should we? Why don't you? Be here now. See what there is to work with right now and create yourself anew. Why should we? When we don't have the ingredients to begin to start anew in the first place. What the hell are you? Remember, this is what you are doing here. You have come to this world in this way, at this time, in this place, to know who you are and to create who you wish to be. No, we didn't agree to it. We are compelled. We were caused to accept the terms, or else we didn't wish to come here. We are forced to. It's different. You are forcing people to be what you want them to be because you want them to suffer, so you're gonna harness their energies. This is the purpose of all life. Life is ongoing, never ending process of recreation. So do yourself. You keep recreate yourself as in the image of your next highest idea about yourselves. Arabisha. Sweet talk, bad deeds. But isn't that rather like the man who jumped off the highest building? Sure that he could fly, he ignored his previous experience and the observed experience of others and jumped off the building, all the while declaring, I am God. That doesn't seem very smart. And I tell you this, man have achieved results much greater than flying. Man have healed sickness. Man have raised the dead. One man has good for your face. Only one. You think only one man has been granted such power over the physical universe? Well, to heal the public, maybe only few. There is only a few. But to heal ourselves, maybe there is a lot of us there who can heal ourselves. So, but it has nothing to do with the matter of I suffering and behave in a way, because you want us to smile and to always be smiling and pretend to be happy when we are not. We impelled all the way up from the bottom until the neck, and that's stupid. Only one man has demonstrated them. Not so. Who parted the sea? God? Indeed, but who called upon God to do that? Moses? Exactly. And who called upon me to heal the sick and raise the dead? Jesus. That's because they belong to you. You blockhead. They are no next like you. They are your family. That's different. But you want to do to the layman out there. Tell the truth is more beautiful. So old already and a liar. Yes, now do you think that what Moses and Jesus did you cannot do? But they didn't do it. They asked you to. That's a different thing. Okay, we'll go with your construction for now. And do you think that you cannot ask me the same miraculous thing? Why must I ask you? Why can't we do ourselves? Why must I ask you for? We were here, our ancestors were here before you ever come here, man. I suppose I could. And would I grant them? I don't know. That's the difference between you and Moses. That's what separates you from Jesus. One's because the Moses, the Moshe, or Yeshua, whatever, uh, how the name of that old man there? So many old men that time with this Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Anunnakis people. They were part of you. They were your family. We are not your family. That's different. We come from different ancestors to earth. We are not quite Anunnakis. Most of us are not. So there's a difference here. Okay? Ushina is the name of Abraham. Ushina. All those Musha, Ushina, Yeshua, this is that. They were from you. They are Anunnakis. Many people believe if they ask in Jesus' name, He will grant their request. Yeah, because you have forced to pay. How to say that thing? Not dowry is. Have to pay the. Not deed is another thing. Yeah, you can ask them, but you have to pay something. It's not free of church. You must worship them, you must serve them, you must do what they as they say, exactly everything by the book, otherwise you are in big trouble. Okay? They do nothing for free, trust me. Yes, many people do believe that. They believe they have no power, but they have seen or believe others who have seen the power of Jesus. So they ask in His name, even though He said, why are you so amazed? These things and more shall you also do. Yet the people could not believe it. Men do not to this day. You all imagine you are unworthy. So you ask in the name of Jesus, or the blessed Virgin Mary, or the patron saint, or this or that, or the sun god, or the spirit of the east. You use anybody's name, anybody's, but your own. Correct. And that you are correct, super correct. Yet I tell you this, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. So many people do believe that. They believe they have no power, but they have seen or believe others who had seen the power of Jesus. So they ask in His name, even though Jesus said, why are you so amazed? These things and more shall you also do. Yet the people could not believe it. Men do so not to this day. You all imagine you are unworthy, so you ask in the name of Jesus, or the Blessed Virgin Mary, or the patron saint, or a deity, entity, or this or that, or the sun god, or a shoe, or our size, or the spirit of the east. You use anybody's name, anybody's but your own. Yet I tell you this, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. My knocks, our knocks are painful or so much knocking and nobody answer. I've been knocking, but no one answers. And I've been knocking most of the day. Oh, I've been calling. Oh, hey, God, can't you come out to play? And where are you? Huh? We be knocking, but no one answers. Jump off the building and you shall fly. There have been people who have levitated. Do you believe this? Well, I've heard of it. And the people who have walked through walls and even left their bodies. Oh, I did that. many times. But nowadays it's very common. Almost anybody can do it. Yes, yes, but I've never seen anybody walk through walls. I have done it, and I don't suggest anyone try it. Nor do I think we should jump off buildings. That's probably not good for your health. Well, dude, you are taking things here out of the context because we don't go through walls if it is a body. That's impossible. What we do, we lay down and let our soul do the job. We don't do it. First, use our mind. Second, our soul to do this feat. Okay. That man fell to his death, not because he could not have flown. If he were come, if he were come from the right state of being, but because he could never have demonstrated godliness by trying to show himself as separate from you. Please explain. The man on the building lived in a world of self-delusion in which he imagined himself to be other than the rest of you. By declaring, I am God, he began his demonstration with a lie. He hoped to make himself separate, larger, more powerful. It was an act of the ego. Ego that which separates individual can never duplicate or demonstrate that which is one. By seeking to demonstrate that he was God, the man on the building demonstrated only his separateness, not his unity with all things. Thus he sought to demonstrate godliness by demonstrating ungodliness and failed. Jesus, on the other hand, demonstrated godliness by demonstrating unity and a unity and a wholeness wherever and upon whomever he looked. And this his consciousness and my consciousness were one. Of course, Father and Son, Father and Son, Father and Son, Anunnaki. And in such a state, whatever he called forth was made manifest in his divine reality in that holy moment. Oh, I'm not surprised. Why? Cannot compare that many size. Total, completely different. See, I see. So all it takes is Christ consciousness to perform miracles. Well, don't try this at home, dude. Don't try. Don't try. You are not that Joshua, whatever. Don't try, huh? You are not an Anunnaki. Well, that should make things simple. I see. So all it takes is Christ consciousness, see, to perform miracles. Well, that should make things simple. Actually, it does. More simple than you think. And many have achieved such consciousness. Many have been christened, not just Jesus of Nazareth. You can be christened too. How? By seeking to be, by choosing to be. But it's a choice you must make every day, every minute. It must become the very purpose of your life. No, no, thanks. It's the purpose of your life. You simply do not know it. And even if you know it, even if you remember the exquisite reason for your very existence, you do not seem to know how to get there from where you are. Yes, that's the case. So how can I get from where I am? Move your butt, work for it and you shall achieve. Unless you have a child, a pet at home, then you must do, you make sacrifice, which is very painful. To have pets, children, or an elderly, or somebody who needs eyes, cannot help themselves, you understand? Other than that, if you live alone, yeah, go ahead, move your butt and make it happen. By hooks or crooks. Yes, that's the case. So how can I get from where I am to where I want to be? I tell you this again. Seek and you shall find. Nonsense. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Nonsense. Again, I still knocking, but no one answers. I've been knocking most of the day. Oh, I've been calling. Oh, hey, hey, God. Not Jana, it's God. Where are you? You that show up? I've been seeking and knocking for 35 years. You will pardon me if I'm a little bored with that line. If not to say disillusioned. Disillusioned, yes? But really, while I have to give you good grades for try and A for effort, so to speak, I can't say I can't agree with you that you've been seeking and knocking for 35 years. How do you know he haven't? Let's argue that I have been seeking and knocking on and off for 35 years. Mostly off. Oh, what he means here is like that. Okay, you knock, you gonna kiss my boss or whatever. Then I do to you, I grant to you. Otherwise, the world won't grant to you because it was not meant to be this way. It was not built this way. The system wasn't built this way that you just have to work for it and you're gonna get it. Okay, you have to kiss me in the rear derriere for me to think 3, 5, 4, 100 times before I grant and I bestow it to you or upon you. You see how it works? Answer. So let's argue that you've been seeking knocking on and off. That means he have been through religion on and off. So you need to be a sicko fanatic and disturb other people for conversion in order to get from you bounties, migos. I mean alms and be a beggar. Get penury from you. In the past, when you were very young, you came to me only when you were in trouble, when you needed something. As you grow older and matured, you realize that was probably not a right relationship with God, and I sought to create something more meaningful. Even then, I was hardly more than a sometimes thing. So what made you have ego? And then you say that you are weird. Huh? My God, I don't know. My goodness, see how come some beings are so inconsistent, so have double standard and a schizophrenic and a hypocrite to tell people, hello, do what I say and not what I do. This dictatorship and being a dictatorship and a communist. So what if he don't want to follow religions? So what? A true God will not require religion from no one. And you say that later. These beings are not to be trusted. Those are very psycho, schizophrenic, pathologic beings. They say one thing today and tomorrow they say another, and they go back in their words on and on and on and on and on and on and on forever, ever, ever more. In infinite ways. So, as you grew older and matured, you realized that it was probably not a right relationship with God, and sought to create something more meaningful. Even then, it was hardly more than a sometimes thing. Still later, as you came to understand that union with God can be achieved only through communion with God, even they took the practices and behaviors that could achieve communion. Yet, even this you engaged sporadically and consistently. So what? You meditate, you held the rituals, you called me forth in prayer and chant, you evoked the spirit of me in you, but only when it suited you, only when you felt inspired to. Now I'm gonna make a statement that's gonna shock many people. Anyway, I have been write this all over. Not spoken, but right. Have you seen these nations or continents where they are more likely to be atheists or agnostic or Scientologists? They are the most successful of all. In their society, there is seldom any crimes. There is safety in there. They have more economic success. They are very successful in businesses, in studies, in other aspects in their societies, like they have benefits, etc., as they grow older. However, in contrast, you see other continents called God continents, God feared continents, are buried in snow, have a lot of flash flood like in the Americas continent, earthquake a lot like in Asia, or even floods in Asia as well. And what else? Australia as well, there is flood, but sporadically, not much compared to the Americas and Asia and Africa and the Middle East. There is where the upheavals, the cataclysm are mostly. And only those nations who have chosen not to follow any religion, to be a secular states, are the one that are more successful in all areas in their lives. In Scandinavia, I have noticed that Scandinavia, Greenland, Scotland, Ireland. No, Ireland is a very religious nonsense place. I mean, other places than Scotland, maybe they are less religions. They are more like more successful society, less crime, more evolved, etc., than Jews who follow a fake alien gods. And that's the truth that man does not want to hear or are ready yet to hear it. But let's do see. Ready here to listen and a consciousness to ponder about it and think properly. Now, I'm not advocate for people to leave their religion. No, 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 and I don't have the power. I don't have the power. Even if I wanted to, I don't have this power and the rights to do that. I'm just tell what it is. Up to you how you perceive it. Okay, up to you. If you feel hurted, is your problem. It's not my problem. I just speak my truth and that's it. I don't care. Let the truth be told. No matter whoever it may hurt in a way it is, it goes. So, in a glorious as you experience of me was even on this occasion, still you have spent 95% of your life caught up in the illusions of separateness, and only flickering moments here and there in the realization of ultimate reality. You still think your life is about Katy Perry's and telephone bills and what you want out of relationships. That's about the dramas you've created rather than the creator of those dramas. Oh, the creator of these dramas. Oh, that's fascinating, just to confirm what I already knew. Huh? That's why I don't want this drama for me. But even to get out of this drama, they are making it so difficult for me. Year after year after year after crappy year, after more crappy year, after more crappy year to come, after more crappy year. You know? And this drama, this music, this rhythm won't stop. But I'll try my best and I will do my best to end this nonsense. And to prove that I can make it. Okay? But I can make it without being religious, without bending down my derriere to the air and then prostrate before you all in order to get something, just the basic to live in dignity. Okay, sir? Wait. You are not my God. I don't see you all as my God. You still think your life is about, so have you You have yet to learn why you keep creating your dramas. You are too busy play them out. Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks to you, tell you, thanks to you. You say you understand the meaning of life, but you do not live your understandings. I live my understandings, and by express ourselves, me as a Virgo lady, and this guy here as a Virgo man, yeah, we are speaking our truth. We are non-Scorpio, we are non-stupid Scorpio fanatic, psycho fanatic people in the head. No, we are non-Cancerian, we are non whatever, no Libras, no others fanatic religion fanatic people. Okay, so you are telling our truth and we are fight for it. Even if you lost, never mind. I rather lose doing this kind of work than be stuck it up, like stuck a gata who doesn't move and stink, and then allow myself to be fooled time and time again, and I be like the fool in the court. But you do not like you understand. You say you know the way toward community God, but you do not take that way. You claim you are on the path, but you do not walk it. No, no, I don't want that. Thank you, Thank you, And I see so many people with religion and misery living in how to say, in squalid kind of life, squalid kind of life. A lot who lives in Islams are religious people. And instead of help these people, their pastors all take from the last month they had to eat. The pastor take from them. Take that. You say you know the way, so but you do not take the way. You claim you are on the path, but you do not walk it. I don't want to walk your path, man. Let me walk mine. Then you come to me and you say you've been sick and knocking for 35. He's been knocking for a better basic quality of life, dignity. This what he had been searching, and not for you. I hate to be the one to disillusion you, to delude you, disillusion you, to delude you, but it's time you stop being disillusioned in me and start to see you as you really are. Now I tell you this, you want to be Christed, act like Christ every minute of every day. We cannot be like them because we are not, we are not Anunnaki here, maybe Middle East, who knows, African, whatever. But we are, I don't think that we are Anunnakis. It's not that you don't, we are, hey, hello, sir, we are more Neanderthals. I have 3% Neanderthal through the DNA test. It's not that it's not that you don't know how. He has shown you the way. Be like Christ in every circumstance. It's not that you can't. He has left you instructions. No, I don't need his instruction. He just wants to do just his mission here to bring us much sheep for sacrifice for his darling daddy. You are not without help in this, should you seek it. I will give you guidance every minute of every day. I mean, the still small voice within which knows which way to turn, which path to take. We go wrong, go to our abysm. Which answer to give, which action to implement. You don't tell me the answer to give. It's not you. Which word to say, which reality to create. If you truly seek communion and unity with me, just listen to me. Just listen to him and go astray. I guess I don't know how to do that. Good! My typical Virgo man. Not like the stupid Libra here, the idiot Libra query idiot head. There's two kind of people in this earth. One were born to be the slaughtered goat, slaughtered head. And another one were born to be the changer, the changeling, other the and the transformer, another the following goat. I guess I don't know how to do that. Oh, nonsense, you are doing it right now. Simply do it all the time. I can't walk around with a yellow legal prepared every minute of the day. I can't stop everything to start writing notes to you. Hope you will be there with one of your brilliant answers. Thank you. They are brilliant, and here's another one. Yes, you can. I mean, if someone told you that you could have a direct connection with God, a direct link, a direct line, and all you had to do was make sure you had paper and pen handy at all times, would you do it? What it would do for my life? Will it help me in any way? I don't think so. So for what? Well, yes, of course. Yet you just say you wouldn't or can't. So what's the matter with you? What are you saying? What is your truth? Now the good news is that you don't even need a pad and a pen. I am with you always. I don't live in the pen. I live in you. That's true, isn't it? I mean, I can't really believe that, can't I? Of course you can believe it. It's what I've been asking you to believe from the beginning. It's what every master, including Jesus, has said to you. It's the central teaching. It's the ultimate truth. I am with you always, even unto the end of time. Do you believe this? No, I don't believe. Yes, now I do more than ever. I mean, good, then use me. If it works for you to take out a pad and a pen, and I must say that seems to work pretty well for you, then take out a pad and pen more often, every day, every hour, if you have to. Get close to me, get close to me. My God, he's desperado. Do what you can, do what you have to, do what it takes. Say a rosary, kiss a stone, bow to the east, chant a chant, swing a pendulum, test a muscle, or write a book. Do what it takes. Or go play the Ouija board and get cursed there and get asked to get out. Or else you get to be in trouble and be threatened, isn't it? Is this what you want? Each of you has your own construction. Each of you has understood me, created me in your own way. To some of you, I am a man. To some of you, I am a woman. To some, I am both. To some, I am neither. To some of you, I am pure energy. Yeah, cosmos. To some, the ultimate feeling, which you call love. And some of you have no idea what I am. You simply know that I am. And so it is. I am. Am what? I am the wind which rustles your hair. I am the sun which warms your body. I am the rain which dances in your face. I am the smell of a flower in the air, and I am the flowers which send their fragrance upward. I am the air which carries the fragrance. I am the beginning of your first thought. I am the end of your last. I am the idea which sparked your most brilliant moment. I am the glory of its fulfillment. I am the feeling which feel the most loving thing you ever did. I am the part of you which yearns for that feeling again and again. Whatever works for you, whatever makes it happen, whatever ritual, ceremony, demonstration, meditation, thought, song, word, or action it takes for you to reconnect, do this in remembrance of him. But we are doing, you cannot not do it. When we are doing our daily duty, at the house or even at workplace or whatever, we are doing it for our own soul, for our originality. We are doing it because our soul is asking that. When are commune with friends and family, we are doing it. When are alone, walking in nature, we are doing it. So what's the difference here? You don't need to go through rituals in order to do all this. Let's end now for chapter 2. Yes, chapter 2.